Hey best friends, I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My Best Friend's Book Club.
My Best Friend's Book Club. Spooky time.
I don't know. I thought I'd try something new.
We had a martini and a glass of wine, so you're going to have to forgive us.
Sorry,
but
Mom.
Also don't. Because
it was anti-inflammatory, though.
That's right. It was all for a good purpose.
Yes.
So welcome to the third week of Halloween.
Yes, very spooky out there.
The best holiday of the year.
Yes.
Fight me on it.
And we celebrate it the most religiously of all the other holidays.
It's a full moon tonight also.
It was beautiful out.
So witches.
Oh, well, they're listening to this a week later.
Oh, shit. Well, it was a full moon.
As we're recording this, there's a beautiful full moon.
And the cosmic energy of the moon is going to do things.
Hopefully wonderful, spooky things.
Absolutely.
Nothing negative.
So we are on our second week of
The Housemaid.
Bye.
Is it Rachel? Rachel Fadden? What's her name? Monica?
It's like quite specific.
Rachel Monica?
Frida
Kahlo?
Frida McFadden. He said Rachel McFadden. It's really far off.
Frida Kahlo.
Yana's back to her old happy self.
Frida
She's finally
Fallon.
Finally free of Just for the Summer.
Oh my
she's
God,
got
thank God.
She's got her old humor back and she can't remember important details.
That's right. I finally have a book good enough that I can forget,
You can forget stuff. So,
yeah, who's
Yana,
dumb now?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Nobody's dumb. We are best friends and we have to be kind and thoughtful because they want us to turn on each other.
Who?
They, I'm not naming
The aliens.
names. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Watch The Fourth Kind. That one's scary. I'm still going to give you my scary recommendations. That wasn't one of them. It just came to my head. And it is scary. If you believe in aliens, it'll freak you the fuck out. Anyway, sorry. We're going to go through a recap of the last 50 pages-ish we read last week. And then we'll get into a summary of the 50 pages we read this week.
Go ahead.
No, you're the recap. You're the recap.
I know, I did.
Oh my
I
God.
was just trying to mess with you.
Was I the recap?
No, I was trying to mess with you. I got
really
the notes.
Rude.
I know. She's taking a sip. Okay, I'm ready to talk about the book.
Great.
All right.
I'm really glad that you're ready now.
So recap, y'all. Millie is a girl. Recently,
Whoa, she's a girl?
Millie's recently out of prison. She's living in her car. She interviews for a maid position with the wealthy Winchester family. Of course, their name's Winchester. And the family consists of Nina and Andy and their very unsettling daughter, Cece.
Did you write unsettling? Yeah. It's a good way to describe her.
And so despite red flags, like a bedroom that locks from the outside, a window that's painted shut, a bedroom that looks very different from the rest of the house, and what seems to be like nail marks, like scratches on the door trying to get out, as well as a very sexy landscaper named Enzo warning of danger, Millie gets the job and accepts it. When she starts the job, the house is drastically messier than during the interviews, and Nina doesn't seem to be like as put together also as she was during the interview. And strange events start to unfold in the house. Accusations from Nina. Near misses, like Cece getting peanut butter and saying that she's allergic and Nina freaking out about it. And an eerie sense that Millie keeps getting of kind of getting trapped in her bedroom. Do you agree? She also just feels like something's off. She's like, Nina's weird, but I need this job, so I'm going to like stay with it.
I also get that. The author did a great job of being like, she's in this position and we're like, we understand.
And yeah, so Millie feels something's off. Nina seems really unstable and just weird. She's very messy. She's saying things that don't make sense. She's very quick to anger. She's very mean, actually, in a lot of times. And then she accuses of Millie of doing things wrong when she actually hasn't been given any direction.
But it's worse too in these 50 pages. I have it all
Andy,
written down.
the husband, appears a lot more quote, normal.
I have thoughts
That's
about that
my
in
quote.
discussion.
And he's a lot more sympathetic. And he and Millie just start to grow a little closer. It feels like he's the only confidant she might have thus far in the house, as Enzo, the landscaper, also seems kind of a little distant.
He doesn't want to get involved, but he's seen stuff.
He obviously knows something we don't know yet. Mm-hmm. But Cece's just...
She's a little asshole, honestly.
She's a little
and she gets
stupid
worse,
asshole.
too, in these next pages.
And Andy just kind of seems like her only, we could be friends kind of buddy for now.
I have feelings about this.
We all have feelings.
Okay, can't wait to hear them in discussion.
But for now, in our recap, Clarissa, full name, Clarissa Yanina. For now, it feels like he's the only sane person in the house alongside of her.
Okay.
And that's kind of where we end.
Okay.
Things are weird. Those scratches on the door, I don't like that.
Yes. I have outlined probably a little bit more summary than you need. However, I think it's very important that we notate some of this behavior that's going on because it leads into some deeper discussion points.
Okay, it sounds like I'm going to be sitting right here for a while.
You just keep
Looking as pretty as I do.
And looking as beautiful as you are.
Mm-hmm. There's a big pimple on my chin.
Sip on that wine.
That's
okay.
right, girl.
So in the next 50 pages, Millie... she's frying up some filet mignon for Andy and Cece. And Nina is at her PTA meeting. So it's the first time where it's just kind of like the three of them in the house. So Millie starts to kind of fantasize about Andy, like in sort of a way that I was like, I don't know. It was making me a little nervous because Nina's already shown that she's kind of just unstable.
So stupid. And I don't trust her not to have like cameras all over the house.
Yeah. And I was like, my girl Millie,
It's getting Tyson.
There's got to be a lot of other men out there, and maybe Andy's not the one to be fantasizing about, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. You
But
know?
I also don't fantasize about men.
Me either.
Or women, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I don't like anyone except for Yana.
I love my dog. And Claire.
my dog.
Dogs. Claire.
Right, sorry,
God
dogs.
damn.
Anyway,
It's really embarrassing.
so
She's
thankfully, though, Millie also remembers Enzo's around, and she is like, hey, if I ever need a night of release, there's Enzo. She has this kind of really moment that you're like, where are we going with this, girl? But I think it's going to mean something later. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to say these little things that I think are going to lead up to something bigger eventually, and that's why I'm going to tell them. So then at dinner, Cece's a little asshole as always, and she's like, my cup is smudged, and go get me a new one. She's very like demanding and rude, but just like her mother. So I think it's important to note that. And then, I mean, to her testament, Millie gives her a filet mignon, and she's like, I don't want that. And I was like, that makes sense. Like, if I was 9, I don't think I'd want that either. But she's wearing, like, a fancy
She's
dress.
being extra rude. She could just say, like, oh, I don't like this. Is there anything else?
Yeah,
I
don't know. I feel
it's
like
very, like, let's put down the help.
Andy could have helped. She did put down the help intentionally. But then Andy was like, oh, we need to get her dino chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but I honestly feel the way that Cece's a bitch is like, even if she had from the very beginning given her dino nuggets, she would have been like,
that one's head is cut off.
Yeah. Like, she's just trying to be rude.
Don't pretend like you don't like that, Cece.
God, I love a dino nugget.
But there's like a little bit of a bonding moment here with Andy and Millie. He teaches her how to heat up the nuggets. Very hard. But also how to pick the ones for her because she's particular.
Honestly, I hate her.
I started to feel at this point like, is he trying to interact with her intentionally? Is it on purpose? What's going on? But I have more thoughts of that in discussion.
Can't wait.
I know. So then he invites Millie to join him and Cece for dinner, and she declines. And Andy notably says, we've never had live-in help before, so I'm not sure about the etiquette.
Yeah, we have the scratches.
Right, and Enzo with his suspicious gazes.
And
so
there's
I'm
a bedroom
like,
already, like, prepared up there.
yeah, so
With a window painted shut.
I don't know about that. I have more thoughts on that in discussion.
That's a good catch. I don't think I really got that.
Oh, I latch on to the little things, and there's so many of them here.
You're a latcher.
These are going to mean something at the end. I know it. I freaking know it. So then a week passes, and Millie goes downstairs to find Nina. She has a garbage bag full of clothes, and she asks Millie to go donate them. There's some of her, very fancy clothes.
But she only wears white.
They're all white. Yeah. And she's like, oh, wow, these actually would fit you, Millie. Do you want them instead? and she takes them. I'm nervous about this because Nina's kind of fucking crazy. I promise she's crazy. We'll get really into it.
She'll probably like blame her for like stealing a dress or
That's
something.
what I said. That's what I was thinking.
that's
She's
what
going
I
to blame
also
her for
noted.
stealing, or she's going to accuse her of like dressing like her
I
to
could
steal
totally
her
imagine.
husband.
Yes,
right?
That's exactly what I thought of. I was like, she could play house in these dresses.
It felt manipulative. It didn't feel like a
she's setting her up.
kind. Yeah. So that's why I clocked it. Okay.
She's crazy. I can't wait to watch the movie because it feels like I want to see it happen.
I know.
Let's act it out.
Okay. So now Millie is cleaning the house and Nina calls her. She's frantic and she's like, can you please go pick up Cece from school?
Cece.
She doesn't really tell her why, but she's just like, I need you to pick her up. And Millie's still eager to earn her trust. And she's like, yeah, no problem. She hangs up and then she's like, oh shit, I don't know what the school is. And she tries to call Nina back. She doesn't answer. And she sees something on the fridge that states what the school is.
Yeah, she doesn't even have like the address of the school or any information.
No, I think it's all manipulation and it's all a test. But I don't know
but
what
it's also
for.
like I think it's also to make Millie feel like she's going crazy.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yes. Okay, discussion. I have
Okay.
all this in discussion. I'm excited. I'm like, oh, it's
been a long time, you guys, since we read a book that we care about.
And like, it's not super predictable.
I know.
So then she figures out the school. She goes there. She's trying to call Nina because she's like, where's the pickup spot? Because like schools have pickup spots, right? And she's not answering. So she...
So manipulative. Mm-hmm. Especially because she really expects Millie to answer right away.
And it gets so much worse. So then Millie goes up to the moms and she's like, do you know where pickup is? And they're like, oh, it's right over there. She's like, I'm here to pick up Cece Winchester. And they're like, oh, God, that little girl and her mom. They say, quote, Nina is nuts, literally. So you're like, okay, whatever. Cece comes out. She grabs her. Cece's like, no, I'm not going with you. I'm getting picked up by this woman who's going to take me to karate class. Millie's like, no, your mom told me to pick you up. I don't know why, but like, we've got to go. Then the woman comes is like, she's come with me. And Millie's like, And the woman calls Nina, who, guess what? Answers.
I have no idea.
She answers right away. And she's like, Millie's crazy. I don't know why.
Can you imagine how frustrating
I
that
would be like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to make me feel
100%.
crazy.
And she's trying to make everyone around you think that you're crazy.
Right.
Like, why is this random person trying to pick up
up
this
your
kid
from school?
Have you ever like nannied for a kid like
Yeah.
that? Oh my God.
You don't want to be accused of weird shit like
when
that.
When you're like, I'm just trying to like put myself into into Millie's shoes. When I nannied in the way that like I would pick the kid up from school and drive them home, and that was kind of my only task. I cannot imagine not knowing the procedures of pickup.
Right. Or being the like approved person, because that's a big thing now in schools, right? It's like, are you on the list to pick up the kid? And if you're not, you can't get them. And people know, like they watch, you know?
But also, like, what if you're that other parent who's supposed to drive Cece to karate and you're being told by the maid that Cece recognizes, it's not just like some stranger, but Cece's obviously this person works for me kind of thing. How would you also be like, the help is telling me that the mom said, no, she actually needs to go with her.
I honestly would be like, I wouldn't believe that she was the help.
I would
be
also
like, this
call,
crazy bitch.
I would do the same thing where I call the mom. But I mean, she'll never be trusted again at school, I feel like.
Right. She like kind of ruined her reputation. There's a lot of this. And there was sprinkles of it in the first 50 pages, but it just gets crazier.
Yeah, it really does.
But Millie decides that maybe Nina actually is mentally ill, like truly, and she leaves. Fine. So now Millie's cleaning up the house after Nina, who continues to make it like an incredible disaster. Obnoxiously dirty and overnight. This isn't something that's like even one day. It's literally like the next morning she makes a mess. Okay, so Millie's cleaning the bathroom. This part fucking got me, okay? And I have it in discussion with like some deeper thought. There's this extreme dirtiness that feels to me, I think, intentional. There's toothpaste all in the sink. I get that happens sometimes, but it's like every time. There's globs of makeup smeared on the sink. There's a bloody tampon on the floor. And it just started to beg the question of, is she doing this on purpose? Or does she truly have a mental disability? Like, what is going on with this woman? And she keeps giving her this guidance, but then she forgets it. It's like, at what point do we stop giving her the benefit of the doubt? I don't know, but I have it in discussion.
Okay. Should I save it for discussion?
Save it for discussion.
There's so many rules.
This is the serious podcast, okay?
Serious business. Good Lord.
So while she's also cleaning the bathroom, she's like, you know what? Maybe she really does have a true mental disability and she's on medication, and she does find a prescription for schizophrenia. It can also be used for bipolar disorder, delirium, agitation, and acute psychosis. There's apparently a lot of pills in this medicine cabinet.
I could have assumed about her as well. I am, though, nervous about Millie and, like, checking in on this stuff.
What do you mean? Like Googling?
Using her cell phone that is owned by the family.
I didn't even think about
She's Googling that stuff, and Nina is the owner of the phone.
You're so smart.
I am very smart, listener.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, no, I
love when you surprise me.
Shut up. Every time she's like, I Googled this, and then I Googled that, I was like,
so Google.
No.
You're just wheezing.
No. Yeah, I hated it so much because I was like, oh my God,
Girl,
she's probably tracking you.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And that's why, she's looking through the cabinet and then Nina appears. It's like,
she always fucking comes out of
there's
nowhere.
probably cameras.
Okay. So then the next day.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take it. So the next day, take it.
What's take it mean?
Take it. Take the wheel.
Oh.
I just did a silly accent. All right, anyway. Rude. Okay, so then the next day, Millie sees Enzo. He's working outside in the garden, and she brings him some water. She's trying to get him to open up and talk to her about Nina and stuff that he's seen. He quickly is like, nah, girl, nah. And he kind of shuts down at one point, and the conversation's over.
And she tried too much too fast.
I agree.
Too, I feel like she needed to have, like, built more of a friendship with Enzo.
Yeah, some kind of rapport.
Yeah, she went too strong.
She's like, do you want water? Do you like Nina?
Yeah, that was dumb. That... Giving
Audrey from Sunburn season 2. Yeah,
it
hell
was
yeah,
a little stupid. Like, I appreciate what she was doing, and I probably would have done it too, but you need to wait a little bit.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been 3 weeks at this point, and Millie's been living with the Winchesters. I can't believe it's been only 3 weeks. It feels like it's been longer with all the things she's reporting. So she has a meeting with her parole officer to check in. She lies about getting fired from the bar that she was previously employed at, but she does tell the officer she's got a new job as a housemaid. And my guess, I don't know where this is going to go, but I like to make predictions, is that this is going to end up being her lifeline, that the parole officer knows she's got this gig.
What do you mean, like, to keep her out of jail? What's the lifeline
I could see a world where Millie gets locked in the attic, which I think
the parole officer is looking for her?
She's not responding. She doesn't have her access to her because her phone number may be different or whatever from this new phone. And she's like, she's a housemaid. I have to figure out where. I don't know.
So
I just like to try.
She's eventually saved by the fact that she has this criminal record.
Yes, and the parole officer knew.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just like to try to make little predictions as I go.
I love it when you make little predictions.
Thank you.
I think the wine's hitting a little bit.
Okay. So that night, Millie has trouble sleeping, and she goes downstairs. She decides she's going to watch TV in the living room that literally nobody uses. Mm-hmm. Fucking nobody. In the 3 weeks she's been there, no one uses it.
And there's no instruction for her either.
Oh, like, no, zero. Do not use this room is what you're saying?
She's had no, like, this is for you, this is for us,
right.
This is what your
Which is totally fair, right? Like, these are our, like, this is our spaces, and, just like, we are not comfortable being there. Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime I've ever, like, done a babysit or nanny thing, they've always been like, here's what's acceptable.
Yeah.
Like,
don't go in their bedroom. Duh. Why would you go in their bedroom?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I
funny.
See. Oh my God, I didn't get it. I'm so sorry.
Dad's in there.
Anyway, so
I will be your new mommy.
She goes to watch TV. Okay, no one uses this room, and of course, naturally, Andy comes downstairs. He's in his boxer and his shirt, boxers. Sorry, I don't know about men's garments and his shirt.
I've never seen a man.
I don't know what they are. And he is like chummy with Millie. He goes and he sits down with her. She's watching Family Feud.
She's also in her sleepy weepies.
She's also in her cozy light pajamas. Yes. and they're having a laugh over Family Feud. And then at one point, Andy says, gosh, I'm hungry. Would it be crazy if I ate peanut butter out of the jar? And Millie says, oh no, don't do that because your daughter's allergic and we don't want to get peanut butter in this area. And he says, what does he say, Yana?
No, she's not.
She's not allergic to peanut butter. So what the fuck?
He was like,
what the fuck was
peanut
that?
butter around here if she was allergic.
Right. I have this in discussion.
Those two are working together.
This weird alliance with mom and daughter. I have thoughts on Andy's role in this as well too,
we
though.
also
Okay.
find out a little bit more about Andy and the daughter.
That's right. We're gonna get into that. There's a lot of suspicion.
So suspicious.
So much
Very
suspicion.
Mr. Suspicious.
Growing. So of course at this point, who comes downstairs? Nina.
Duh. The girl has. You know what? My word to God.
Oh. She pointed out the table.
That's where God lives. That girl's got cameras all over that place.
Here's what. I don't know about the cameras. I think there's a setup going on.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think
absolutely
that
trying to do
setup
this.
includes Andy. I think he's
100%.
playing a role in this.
Ooh, I don't.
I do. I've got this in discussion. We will get into it.
That'd be fire.
Hang on to that. So then,
Hang on to it. I'm gonna put it right here over my shoulder like a purse, and I'm gonna. Don't let me forget my purse. Oh, I brought this with me. Don't let me forget my purse. I have it with me. It's on my right shoulder, and it's a tote, and it's got that information in it. I'm hanging on.
you're so goofy.
I've had wine.
And a martini.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So anyway. So of course she's agitated. She's like, what are you guys laughing about down here? And she's like, Andy, don't you have an early meeting tomorrow? And he's like, yes, of course, darling. And he leaves. And then...
Are they British all of a sudden?
I'm sorry, I don't know where I
Well,
came
the
from.
Winchesters would be British.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Exactly.
Very good now.
So then she's just alone. Millie and Nina
we all?
in the living room. And she's like, Millie, don't you ever watch TV in here again. And she's like, how dare you walk around my house in your little pajamas as well? Don't you ever dress like that in my house as well?
Listen, I would say, as crazy as I think Nina is, and how she's doing this for all the wrong reasons, if I was Millie, I would put on a robe.
Yeah, I feel like I get it. Like, we all have light
Yes.
pajamas.
I absolutely
But if
would.
I was in a
So many light
public space,
Yes.
even if no one goes there,
She
I would
feels
be paranoid.
uneasy about the whole thing. Like, she herself feels
Yeah,
uneasy about
I
going
would
to
bring
watch
a
this TV.
blanket or something just in case, you know?
Just for the summer.
Like, when I go visit my family, I still like bring things because I don't want to be like bopping around, jiggling all over around my dad's house, you know? Hey, Dad, love ya.
Daddy.
See you over the holidays.
I hope to see you soon as well, sir. No, I feel like she is questioning whether or not it's okay for her to even be down there before she gets scolded. And to me, that screams, at least wear a robe.
Yeah, I feel like you just do that.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm not
we're not
saying...
victim blaming.
Exactly.
Because that
is separate from that.
I do want to talk about this in discussion. I do think this gets to a point of like abuse in the house
absolutely.
with the way she's being treated. I also have thoughts about her and what she's trying to do here with Andy. So we'll see. Everyone's playing some games here. Let's see where the chess pieces go.
But also, like, what was Millie's expectation? That Nina was never going to watch TV while working for them?
Right. Also, if you wanted to keep her cooped up in her attic, give her a TV or some form of entertainment.
I don't think that Millie should have to buy her own TV for her room. If
Yeah,
you
it
don't
should just
let
be
her,
there.
Yeah, if you don't let her use the family room, then provide a TV.
Yeah.
Honestly, you should provide a whole living space for your live-in maid if she's not allowed to use the rest of the house.
But that's what's weird about this, right?
not a
Is she's
prisoner.
locked.
Is she, though?
Exactly.
Aren't we all
Exactly.
prisoners in this life?
Anyway, so now it's Saturday. Nina has her PTA meeting at the house. And Millie starts to have a breakdown because she can't finish all the housework and the task that she's been given before these women arrive.
And not because she's like dilly-dallying, but
No,
literally
she
Nina
sets her up
gave
for
her,
failure.
yeah, she set her up. No one would have been able to finish this. Like
No.
fucking Mary Poppins wouldn't have been able to do this.
And we love Mary Poppins, just a spoonful of sugar.
Makes the medicine go down.
Right down. So, of course, who shows up in this moment? Andy. And he's like, Millie, why are you upset? And he's like, how can I help you? And she's like, I just have all these tasks and I simply don't have time to go get the hors d'oeuvres and do all the things I need to do. So he's like, let me help you. I can help you. And she does give him the task to go get to the hors d'oeuvres. Yes. And this, honestly, nothing has happened yet in these 50-ish pages, but I am nervous about this. He takes little bitch ass Cece with him. She's going to tattle. I know she's going to tattle. I also think Andy is playing a role in this. So I feel like this moment that seems innocent is going to blow up in her face.
While I was reading this, I didn't consider the fact that Andy might also suck.
Why is he always there? We'll get into that into discussion. He always shows up.
You also don't trust men at all.
Okay, but this is suspicious. There's a pattern growing here. It's not like, I
didn't notice it until you said something. Mm-hmm. Now I don't trust him either.
We also find out in this moment that Cece is not his biological daughter. And that him and Nina are trying really hard to have their own child because he is very passionate about having a kid of his own. Mm-hmm. Fine. They go get the hors d'oeuvres. Millie does her shit. And then now it's lunch and the gals are there for the PTA meeting. And in this moment, Nina is complaining about Millie right in front of these women.
There's several times it's mentioned that Nina's like, it's so hard to find good help.
She literally says this like out loud in front of her. And she makes her stand in proximity just in case they need something at a flash. Yeah. And she like knows what she's doing. It is so mean. So Millie's trying to prove that she is helpful, and she has been this whole time.
With no direction.
And no entertainment except for TV. Or her phone, sorry. Her bugged phone.
Love One Direction.
Allegedly. So then I wouldn't say she interrupts. She kind of waits for a moment to say, hey, can I heat your hors d'oeuvres up or something? Because somebody comments that's a little, lukewarm. And then fucking Nina is like, how dare you interrupt our conversation? And also, don't you ever call me Nina. You should always call me Miss Winchester. I am not your drinking buddy.
Mm-hmm. But in the first 50-ish pages, she said, call me Nina. Ooh,
and she's been calling her Nina this entire time.
It's just one more case of she's being scolded for something she was never told.
When I read that, I was like, this bitch is crazy. Like, I could not imagine if I was Millie and that happened to me. Honestly, a lot of this stuff, I feel like I would have exploded. So Nina tells the women that her and Andy are trying to get pregnant, and she also mentions her weight.
But she also keeps talking about the pregnancy thing as like, we're having another
She's
baby.
like, by the end of the year, we're going to have a baby.
Yeah, rather than being like, we're trying, she's like, we're going to have a baby. Yeah.
Just wait and see.
But also manifest it, girl.
Yep. And she's got this big appointment with a fertility doctor, and it's going to be great, and they're going to have a baby. So, fine. She gets a little upset by this baby conversation, so she excuses herself and she just leaves Millie there with the women. And in this moment, Millie hears the women talk about how Andy has never officially adopted Cece, suspicious, how Nina has signed a prenup and so she, quote, better figure out how to give him what he wants. And they talk about, why did Nina hire such an attractive housemaid? And they don't want to see her go back to a mental institute.
I think all of those things are sus, except for the he didn't adopt Cece thing.
You don't think that's suspicious?
I mean, as someone who's raised by a step-parent my entire life, I don't think it's suspicious.
Okay.
That he didn't adopt her.
Thank you for that shared experience.
I just feel like, well, we don't know anything about who her real father is, like her biological father.
That's true.
But that doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean he loves anyone less.
Yeah, like in my situation, I don't feel like it's any different. So I don't feel like that's suspicious that he didn't adopt her, because there could be other reasons preventing that.
That's fair.
And the other piece is
you.
that I don't feel like necessarily the legality of the adoption is what makes you a family.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Love
Hey,
you, Dad.
Stacey.
Hey,
Hope you're
Stacey.
okay.
Hope you're doing well. How's work going? He can't
It's like
listen
1
to
minute
this
we're
'cause he doesn't
serious,
know.
and then we're like, "Hey, Stacey, how you doing?"
Stacey's
Oh my God.
No.
Always singing. So it's now the day of the fertility doctor, and it doesn't go well. Nina and Andy, they come home, they're really upset, and Nina really explodes on Millie. She sees that, Cece's being an asshole again. She threw her clothes and her shoes. She even threw her sandwich on the ground, and she just happened to come in the house at this time. And so she really explodes on her. And this is the first time she says, maybe you should start looking for a new job.
Oh, yeah, there's so many threats starting.
That was like the big one. And that's what
100%.
Millie's really scared of, I think, because like, why haven't you left at this point? But I get it. That's something I have in discussion.
Living out of a car.
Right. It changes your perspective. So she goes upstairs, Nina, and Cece disappears because she probably knows her mom is going to like rage in the cage. And then
Rage in the cage.
And then what happens? Andy sits down on the couch in the same room Millie's at. And so she sits down too. And she's like, hey, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm upset. And we just found out that Nina cannot have a baby, which is really sad. But again, I'm suspicious of Andy's behavior. So then she's like, Andy, how can I help?
Are you doubting the fertility appointment?
Well, it didn't go well. They can't have a baby.
But are you doubting that those results are real?
No, I think they're real. Are you doubting it?
Well, now that you've put doubt in my mind about Andy, I'm like, what if they came home to fake this whole we can't have a baby
I have a different thought on what they're trying to do with that. Okay, discussion.
I'll save that in my purse.
Put that back. What did I say? Hang on to that?
I am hanging on to that in that same purse that hung on to the other information. Still on my right shoulder.
So Millie's like, what can I do to help? Is there anything I can do to help? And Andy's like, you know what? Actually, yeah. There's a show that Nina really wants to go to. If you can chat with her about dates and times and find a good time, I would love that. And she's like, done. And I'm like, girl, no, don't talk to her about that. She's going to eat your fucking head off.
Absolutely.
But Millie seems to think it's going to work out, so whatever. So then that night, Millie hears loud shouting and a crash while she's sound asleep in her attic. So she goes downstairs to check it out, and she hears that Nina and Andy are fighting. And she's kind of just hanging out near their door, watching, a little creepy. Nina comes out. She sees her, and of course she's like fucking pissed off.
She's accusing her of listening to them.
I mean, she kind of was, though.
She was, but I mean, to be fair, if I heard ruckus
Ooh.
downstairs where I thought someone was in danger, I might go look too. But I will say, this is the second time leaving her scary little bedroom.
She had trouble opening the door.
Yes, that it feels at first like she's locked in. Yeah, which is weird though, because like Nina's not there. So how is she like?
I think it's building up the tension so that when she actually is locked in, she's like, oh no, this has happened before. But it's like,
turn the key
no.
card.
Yeah.
Turn the door
Yeah.
on.
But also Nina has blood coming down like the side of her hip and on her hand. And so in this moment, Millie thinks that Andy might be hurt or even dead. And so she kind of starts lightly accusing her of like, where's Andy?
I feel like that was a little dumb of her.
I agree. Especially with like unhinged fucking Nina. Not the way to go about it.
Played that a little cooler.
So that just makes Nina more fucking pissed off. And then, thankfully we hear Andy kind of in the background doing something in the background. He's fine. And so Nina tells Millie that she is at this point never to leave the attic at night. And I'm pretty sure that our girl is about to get locked in that attic. And that's where this ended. There was a lot of like little things that I think were just important.
It's so interesting though, because while I was reading it, I didn't have any suspicions about Andy, but now I suspect him so hard.
Suspicious of him.
But is it just because he's a man?
No. No, Harry, no. I have to do it. Sorry.
No.
I think it's because he's playing a role in this game that they're playing. So I have some discussion points. Do you have any discussion points?
Let's get to yours first.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
I
much.
just have so many. I want to make sure you get yours first.
Okay, first off, rewind. There was that point where Andy said that they have never had live-in help.
Yes.
Yes, as in you remember?
I remember.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I do.
Okay, do you believe that is that true? So then why is he lying to her? Do you see my story of Andy is growing here?
What if Nina lied to him?
It's his house.
Men are oblivious.
How do you not know someone's living in your attic and scratching at your door and Nina's like causing extreme chaos and abusing this person? I think he's lying. And then remember in the first set of 50 pages, he comes down the stairs, he sees her, he looks shocked. They say his eyes get wide and she's like, this is our new live-in maid. And then he kind of gets it together and he's like, oh, welcome to the house. Remember?
Yeah.
So something's not right with Andy, okay? I'll get into it deeper, but I have a theory in my brain that's going. But do you truly believe they've never had live-in help?
No, based on the scratches alone.
Right. Something fucking has happened. Do you think Andy is lying, or do you still think maybe he doesn't know?
I'm not 100% sure yet
that
Andy's involved, but I feel 100% sure that they have in the past have had live-in help.
Okay, I want to talk about the extreme ways that Nina is terrorizing Millie, because she really is.
It's mean.
This is like, I do feel like this is abuse in its own way.
Yeah, no,
She's
absolutely. Psychological
making the house
abuse.
dirty. And we're not talking like, just regular, I ate something, I put my dishes by the sink dirty. Like, we're talking globs of makeup.
Yeah.
We're talking toothpaste. We're talking a bloody tampon on the floor.
Yeah. Let's be real. Like, if I was filthy rich.
Okay, but hold on. She's also saying, she also claims to forget things, right? She's like, the thing with Cece, picking her up from the school. She's like, you can't call me Miss Winchester.
Well, that stuff just feels like purposely manipulative.
Right. So but I think the cleaning stuff is manipulation too. It's like abusive.
Yes.
So do you feel like she's truly mentally ill?
No.
So she's just...
I think she's got crazy plan. She's got the crazy.
She's got a plan, but we don't know what it is.
I just feel like if I was crazy rich and had this live-in housekeeper, I could see a scenario, and I'm pretty cleanly.
Yeah, you've got a clean house.
Yeah, but I would say like I could see a situation where maybe like I spilled my makeup on the counter or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well today the housekeeper's coming, so like they're gonna clean the sink anyway, and I might leave that a little bit alone.
This is like every day.
No. But I would never, ever, ever have a situation where I had a bloody used tampon just laying around. Like that to me is different. It's that piece.
Yes.
It's not the unclean sink or whatever. It's the tampon. The tampon feels particularly...
It's intentional.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a house cleaner coming to do something, like I'm not going to scrub this oven clean before they get there.
Right.
But I'm not going to leave my tampons out.
I mean, and I feel like, certainly I've had times where I've gotten makeup on my vanity and, there's certainly days where I'm messier than others because I'm in a rush or whatever. But it sounds like she purposefully destroys the house so that Millie has to clean it. And then she fucking gaslights her with like, you threw in my PTA meeting notes. Go pick up Cece, but I never told you to do that.
My child's allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah, but she's not. And then you will never call me Nina. How dare you? You call me Miss Winchester. Like, she's such a mental fuck.
It's a mental fuck, for sure.
But okay, so I have some thoughts on like why I think she's doing this. But do we agree she's doing this on purpose?
Yes.
Do you think she's truly mentally ill in any way? Or
as much as a psychopath can be.
Like, are the prescription pills legitimate?
Or you think they're staged?
Maybe. Okay, I guess
I think she's a psycho and those pills aren't working for her.
So she could truly have...
Or she's not taking them.
True. So she could truly have because they did say she went to a mental institute.
What if she stopped taking the pills to try and get pregnant?
I feel like a lot of this has to do with her pregnancy. This is where my theory is starting to spin.
She might also feel like she can't keep him unless she gets pregnant.
I think that is something she feels. Do you think that her daughter is in on whatever this fucking thing is, because why is she, what caught me off was the peanut butter. So she's like, Mom, I'm allergic to peanut butter. And they both know she's not. But then she's like, I told you this, and how my sweet, you can never make this mistake again. But she knows she's not, unless she truly has a mental illness.
And then Cece's taking advantage of her too?
Or maybe she forgot, right? Or I don't know, but if she truly has some kind of mental, like truly, then I could see that. But otherwise, what the fuck is Cece's role in this? She's manipulating
Cece doesn't
me.
know that he's not her real father.
What would that have to do with the manipulation of Millie? They're both manipulating her, and I can't, like, they're tag teaming.
Or maybe apple tree not that far.
But why?
I don't know. We're only 100 pages in.
The peanut butter, man.
I know, the peanut butter's crazy.
Butter got me, and the school pickup got me. I was like, if I was her, I would be fucking shook.
I know. Well, I thought many a times,
I would feel
too,
like
of like,
I'm
oh my God, get
going
out
crazy.
of there. But at the same time, I'm like, if I lived in my car and I had no other prospects because I'm straight out of jail, maybe I'd stay too.
I kept asking myself as I was reading, more and more, and I was like, this, as it kept building, I was like, this is like abuse, actually, and deep manipulation, gaslighting. And I was like, would I stay? I mean, I like to think that I wouldn't. I think for me, it's escalated to a point where I would be like, I would rather be poor and be in my car and get the fuck out of here. That's me and my privilege and my true crime brain. Yeah. But I can totally see why people would stay.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't lived in your car before.
Yeah, no.
With your 2 dogs. But I also feel like there's the difference between like, this bitch is just fucking crazy and she's trying to make my life hell versus like feeling like you're actually life in danger.
I feel like it's both of those things, though.
I don't think Millie yet feels like her life is in danger.
I agree, but I feel like Millie's life is in danger.
I do too, because we also know it's a scary book.
Right, and the scratches.
I just feel like she's at the point where she's like, I hate my life in this job, and my boss is fucking nuts, but like living in a car sucks, so I'm gonna tough this out for now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And if it was like,
I'm just like, girl,
she's got a gun on me, she's got, that kind of thing, I'd be like, get out of there.
Right.
But it's not there yet. And we know it's getting to crazy, scary part, but right now it's not.
She can't win, Millie.
No, she really can't. And Nina probably has done the background check and knows exactly that she's got this girl trapped because she has no other prospects.
I don't even know if she's done that. Maybe she knows she's got a girl on the hook. I don't know.
She knows she's got the girl on the hook.
I don't know what.
Any other person, like, if it was you or me that had other job prospects, neither one of us would stay.
Yeah, I'd get the fuck out of there.
Right.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I would say I would start looking for a new job. Maybe I wouldn't just quit on the spot.
But she also Millie mentions, like, she's never going to get a recommendation from her.
I mean, what are you going to do? Be there forever? No, you have to try to get out of there some way. And she's
so early.
She's still in like I'm going to try to make it work. And I think for me, with all the things that have happened, I'd be like, I don't know.
You're not living out of your car.
Exactly. I've never experienced this. Yeah. So, okay. Listen, I have a crazy theory. Okay.
Oh, no.
This is like the tampon set me off. And then this whole story about pregnancy. So I also have watched a lot of horror. So I'm going to say something that might be fucking unhinged.
Do we need a trigger warning?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe trigger warning. So I was like, okay, there's this theme of like motherhood. Nina's struggling to get pregnant. And I wondered if everything she's doing is simply because Millie is young and she hates her for her youth and vitality.
Think she can get pregnant.
She
easier?
can.
Yeah.
And so my dark watching too much horror brain, because I do think Andy plays a role, which is what I want to talk about next. I wonder if they're playing good cop, bad cop. And they're trying to like hold her captive
to
and
have their baby.
Yeah, like make her a surrogate or something.
I also thought that as well. Like he eventually, he eventually sleeps with her.
Yes,
as an affair, but really is to get her pregnant.
The baby,
to get the baby.
Yes,
100%. I also thought that.
I can't believe you thought that. You didn't even tell me. I was like, am I dark? I was like, am I too dark? And then I feel like the tampon was like revenge. It was like, because when you start your period, it's like, obviously you're not pregnant. And she's mad about that. And so what is the best way to take that out on Millie is to make her clean up her bloody tampon. Like,
no, I also thought that. But we don't talk about the book before we actually record the podcast. We're very true to our...
We do a good job of saving it for the pod.
So that's why we didn't talk about it before.
That's right. Okay, as I was writing that, I was like, am I fucking psycho? No. Like, should I even say that?
But not for that.
And I was thinking, about the scratches and you can't open the windows. And I was like, what if they like hold these women captive and try to, and that's why Andy's playing a role in this because I don't know. He wants a kid of his own making. And that, it may not be birthed by Nina, but it would be a kid of his, blood, if you will.
I could see it.
Okay. I honestly thought you were going to be like, Claire, you're crazy.
You're so crazy for other reasons.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start getting into Andy. So Millie's also making a lot of comments about Nina's body. She did this in the first set of 50 pages, and it carries on further into these and like more. She talks about how she's much larger, like physically. She's less attractive than Andy. She's less attractive than she was a couple years ago based on that photo she sees. And this kind of honestly started to bother me, her like attention on her. She's calling her a size 16. She's like, her double chin is wobbling when she laughs. And there's nothing wrong with being size 16, by the way.
But it was in the context of judging like the clothes she was giving away, because Nina was like,
she's like, she can never fit
these are like 8 to 10 or whatever. But then Millie was like,
you're a size 16. Yeah, it was kind of like rude and snidey. Yeah. And then when at the PTA meeting, she's like, Nina's eating so much more than all her friends. And even her friends at one point, but they sound like assholes, honestly, are like, oh, that's why you've gained weight, because you're pregnant. So everyone's got this thing about her and her body, but Millie specifically is really on it. It bothered me, for one, because like, don't do that. Shaming. Like, girls, okay? Number one. So I was like, is this just mean girl behavior?
Especially because she's going through like fertility struggles. You're getting pumped full of hormones, and like there's all this other stuff that's attributing.
Also, who gives a shit? Like, if let people be in their bodies. If you want to be size 16 or whatever the fuck, if you want to be size 2, be that. Who gives a shit? It's none of your business, not your body. But then I was wondering, like, why would she be so fixated on this? And this is where I started going back to Andy, because she has this moment at the beginning where she's kind of fantasizing about him, and she keeps kind of fantasizing about him. And I wonder if not only is it kind of like mean girl, like I'm better than her, but she's like maybe subconsciously competing with Nina in her brain.
Absolutely. But
and I don't even know if she's doing it.
Women kind of feed into that by being like, if I was, Nina, I would have never hired such a beautiful,
Yeah. I don't even know if she's doing it on purpose yet, Nina or Millie. But I feel like she's...
But Nina could be doing it on purpose. Like, Nina's
definitely doing a lot of shit on purpose.
She probably hired this attractive... Like, she's not going to hire someone unattractive if there's a setup with her husband later.
That's true. I just feel like, one, I didn't like it. And two, I feel like there's becoming more focus on Nina versus Millie physicality.
I agree.
I don't really know what that's all about, so I'm trying to I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. So, do you feel like Millie is crushing on Andy too hard?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
And she had that moment with Enzo, but she's really fixated on Andy.
I feel like she wants to just sleep with Enzo, but I feel like with Andy, she can picture herself being the new Mrs. Winchester.
I wonder if Millie's going to end up being like the bad guy here. Maybe she's going to be able to turn it around.
It takes me back to the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is it?
I liked it for the most part.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, let's get to Andy. Do you feel like he's purposefully going out of his way to interact with Millie. After everything I told you,
I
in the
didn't
summary,
until you talked about it.
it just kept happening.
It makes sense now.
Yes.
Do you think that like fight in their bedroom was a fake fight?
I don't think that was a fake fight, but I feel like they could really be playing good cop, bad cop, where Nina's like, I'm going to be the crazy, I'm going to gaslight her, you know, whatever. Cece's kind of in on it in her weird way. I could be totally off.
I don't know how you get a kid into it. That's crazy.
I mean, the peanut butter.
Yeah.
How did that? There's no.
Cece's
That doesn't
not
make
even a
any
kid? What
sense.
if she's
She's a
adult?
demon.
What if she's Natasha or what? Natalia?
And then it's like she sends Andy to go like play good cop, settle her down, play nice, make her comfortable,
Make her feel like she has a confidant.
right, give her someone to open up to and feel comfortable with, so that eventually they can both turn on her
and take her baby.
I also, this might be too crazy, but I thought maybe Cece, maybe she was the one locked in the attic and that's why she's such a little shit and she's like abused in her own way and she kind of learned to be like her mom. I don't know though. That feels like I've just watched too many horror movies.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the other thing about Andy. He knows what Millie is being subjected to because he fucking knows Nina and he knows what Cece is
he's
like.
Apologized for it too.
He doesn't really stop it though. He never intervenes.
No.
Which is, I feel like, what you should do if it was truly...
Yeah, if you're like, my wife has this like mental situation.
Right. You'd be like, I'm sorry, she went to a psychiatric facility last year. She has bipolar or schizophrenia, whatever it is. And you would be like,
gotta be patient with her.
Please hang in with us. Like, we appreciate you, you know. But he's just like, I'm sorry, she can be tough sometimes, you know. And I don't know, he doesn't ever step in and try to truly stop it.
No, he gives into her tantrums when she's having those full-on breakdowns. You think he's about to go handle it, but then he like goes in for a hug.
Right. He's like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, Millie did throw your PTA meeting notes. And she's like, yeah. And then she's like, she walks away and Millie's like, oh, well, fuck, I guess I fucked up. And then he's like, oh, no, I know you didn't. And it's like, no, Andy, in the moment, I need you to like.
Can you imagine working in that house? It'd be so uncomfortable.
That's why I kept thinking like I said, I know I've been privileged and so I can't actually relate, but I was like, it's gotten to a point where I feel like she's truly experiencing a form of abuse. And I feel like I would be like, I'm being abused. I need to get out of here. I don't know. But he doesn't stop it. He plays good cop. He always seems to be around when Millie needs help.
I do feel like they have cameras set up though, so they're like
you might be right about the cameras. I didn't think about the cameras.
How else would they know? Like
the phone monitoring too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm currently convinced that Andy is playing a role in this.
I was not until I talked to you right now.
Thank you. I'm glad that I was able to. This is the book club.
This is exactly why we do this.
It feels like it all centers around them trying to have this baby. It's like it plays a big role.
What if it was Enzo's nails in the bedroom?
Why Enzo? They locked him? He's so strong. I feel like he could have punched through that window. Sure. Will you roll your R's for me? I can't. Thank you. Anyway.
Clarissa.
That was all the things I had. I know it was a lot, but
it's too bad we don't have time now to get through mine.
I was no.
I had so many.
As I was reading it, I was like, what the? I was trying to like stitch it all together. I just feel like there's a big theme around like womanhood, motherhood, and there's some kind of manipulation going on, and I can't figure it out.
I'm really interested on how the kids in on it.
When we had to stop reading, I was like, God, I really want to hear it. And then like a couple of days passed where I had time to like go to bed and read, and I was like, I just want to keep reading, but I can't because we want to be authentic in our responses, so I didn't. But I'm very excited to keep reading it.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I love that you are in our book club.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
I was trying to think of another iconic love thing, but I couldn't.
When Jack and Rose, she says, if you jump, I jump.
Oh, that was good. God damn, why didn't I think about that?
I'm much more romantic.
Maybe I'll do it. If you jump, I jump. I'll edit it. Yeah. No one will know.
No one will ever know.
All right, Yana, what was your food rating for these 50-ish pages?
I got to think about this again. You know, I was kind of earlier today thinking about one, but I think I'm going to go with another. A taco.
Taco?
A taco. I just feel like
What kind of taco?
the filling's not as important to me right now
Yeah.
as it is just the fact that we got a filling in between two Crunchy Crunch.
Oh, it's a crunchy taco.
Oh, actually, no, it's a soft taco.
Okay.
But the image in my head is a Crunchy Crunch. I'm just thinking
Maybe
of
there's
the
lettuce
goods
in there.
inside. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of good inside. Like, I can't wait to discover every single flavor.
Perhaps like a Doritos de los Locos?
Or a Beanie Bean.
Do you remember when I kept saying that to you on, what was it, Saturday?
Yeah, you repeated the same three things over and over
Doritos
again.
de los Locos.
Yeah, no, we pretty much only had, like, if you really cut it down, it was like a 30-second conversation that you just repeated 20 times.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and eventually it was like, Claire, you've already said this. And then you were like, you don't know what it feels like.
We went to a beer fest, a pumpkin beer fest on Saturday, and Yana was really the DD at the end of the day, and she brought me to Taco Bell. So it was a very kind thing to do for someone who went to a beer fest. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
But, yep, it was
Love
great.
you.
Shout out to Elysian for sucking.
Yeah, please bring it back to the Seattle
bring it
Center.
back.
I really don't appreciate that
Because
at
we're
all.
about to be famous podcasters and we will talk shit.
We will.
Oh my God, what
For
if
the
next
people.
year we DJ?
That'd be sick.
I know, so sick. It'd be fire as
Do people
fuck.
people don't say sick. Sorry.
are the goat.
Fire.
So, what did they say?
The goat means my dad taught me
The
this.
greatest of all time.
Yeah, but he said it's mostly for sports.
Oh, I am
I
the
don't
goat of
know.
this podcast.
Email us at
My PF Book Club at goat.com. What's your food rating?
I think charcuterie.
Oh,
Yeah.
just little pieces everywhere.
Little nice pieces of fancy fucking cheese.
Cheese.
A little bit of meat. A little bit of jam and nuts and
What kind of jam?
grapes. Ooh, I like the spicy chili one from Whole Foods.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great little appetizer. Sometimes charcuterie can be dinner depending on how
Absolutely.
hard you go.
Absolutely.
And it was like, you always want charcuterie. It's always so good. And you can choose to make it an appetizer or a dinner. And that's how I felt.
Oyster, actually.
I changed my food rating from a taco to an oyster. It's a very big difference.
Yeah. What are you reading, Claire?
Well,
What's your sexy side piece?
I'm still working my way through From Blood and Ash. I keep going back and forth on this book. I'm like, I can't tell if I'm just not sitting down and like giving it the time it deserves, but I also don't feel super inspired to keep reading it, you know? But when I do, I'm like, this isn't that bad. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I think mostly I don't like it that much, but when I do read it, I'm like, well, not that bad. I don't know. I can't figure out how I feel about it. Feeling very conflicted.
Well, God bless.
What's your sexy side piece book? Paradise whatever?
It's called What Kind of Paradise? A novel. I am halfway in.
Oh, you started it.
Yeah. And I very much quite like it.
Oh, okay.
I am very into it.
Do you like it better than The Housemaid?
They're very
Different kind of vibe. Yeah.
Did you read The Glass Castle or Educated?
I read The Glass Castle.
It's kind of like that. Or did you read The Great Alone?
No.
Okay.
I don't even think I heard
listener,
of that.
if you've ever read any of those three books, it's giving that vibe.
Is it sad? It sounds...
I mean, it's not, no, it's, it hasn't gotten sad yet for me. It's sad in the sense of like, it's like a off-grid father living with his daughter and like she doesn't know any better, you know, because she's been like
Yeah, that's
in
the way
this
she's
world.
raised.
That's about as far as I've gotten is like her life in that. So it's sad in that sense, like, you know, there's a better world out there for her, but this is all she ever knows and she's kind of brainwashed.
I'm sure she'll find out.
I feel like she will. Part
think
2
she's
coming right up.
probably gonna
I will be
figure it out.
done by the next time we record this podcast.
I'm really going slow on my book. I'm
'Cause I
going to
have
do
book
my
club on
best.
Sunday or
but
Saturday. Sorry, girls.
I have no one holding me accountable for how fast I get through
I'll
From
hold
Blood
you
and Ash.
accountable.
Nah, I don't want to be. Please
Oh.
leave me alone. It's October.
I will leave you alone.
I need to do my October activities.
Oh, do you have a scary movie for us?
I do. I
All
have
right,
3.
turning up the scarometer.
We're turning up. That's what we named it now. I also want to say the movies I'm offering you, these are things that I would say are not like, classic, mainstream. Some of them are, but like you can talk shit about these scary movies all you want, but like these are fun off the gritter kind of things, okay?
Yeah, maybe find our other 49 listeners and you can also talk shit with them.
I can't offer just one, so I'm going to offer you 3 more, okay? And I try to keep them in different ranges and categories of horror. If you want something that's like psychological, it's a little sad, it's disturbing, watch The Black Phone, Ethan Hawke. Bring Her Back just came out on HBO, really good. If you saw Talk to Me, I will say this is the weirdest thing about this horror movie. It has a horror plot and thriller, but it also has a drama plot. It was the first time I cried in a horror movie. And I remember watching it and I was like, am I crying in a horror movie?
Was this during your once-a-year period?
No, it was just really, they did a really good job of building the story and the characters in like horror thriller.
I feel like sometimes horror is like a porn movie is where there's no true story.
Horror's changed so much.
No, I know, but I'm just like the acting can sometimes, like the storyline acting can be so, cheesy and bad the way that like a classic
this
porno.
Is becoming more of
Not
like,
that I watch those.
Like Get Out was a big change for horror where it was like stories and other demographics and other experiences that aren't like white people who just like have sex, We can all have sex, sorry. But horror's becoming more like storytelling, I feel. And this one was like, man, I promise you, if you don't cry, you will tear up if you watch this.
I've lost my sense of crying.
It's sad.
I know.
There's a part where you're like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. But it's also gross and scary.
I hope.
Last one for you. I would say Black Phone is like, it's scary because we're on the scarometer going up, but it's psychological. It's thriller-esque. You've got Ethan Hawke. He's great and like sinister. You should also watch that, but that's up on the scarometer. Bring Her Back. Super good. Good story, good plot. And then if you want body horror, something that's just gross and out of this fucking world, but it's fun, watch Tusk with Justin Long.
I have seen that one. That one
gross,
gives
but you're
Human
like,
Centipede.
You're like, what the fuck is going on in this movie right now? And I've decided that any horror movie with Justin Long, I'm just going to watch it at this point. Him and Bill Skarsgård, I'm here for it. I don't care what it is. I'll watch it if either of them are in it. So those are your spooky movies to check out for this week.
I love that.
So
tell us your spooky movies.
Yeah.
You love watching.
I mean, these are just...
as well as fall treats. I love a fall treat, but I'm not a big pumpkin person.
What do you mean? Oh, like to bake and cook and stuff? Or
yeah,
what?
like my fall flavor is apple, not pumpkin.
Oh, I love pumpkin.
Oh, I love
and chai.
apple.
But I like chai more during like holiday time, November, December.
I'm like full apple, like apple cider, but I want like fresh apple cider from the farmer's market, not like bottled apple cider,
Yeah.
And I want all the different kinds of apples. Oof. And I want apple candles. I'm all apple.
Okay.
I don't want pumpkin.
There was one year we went to a haunted house and they had a beer garden, and as we mentioned before, I drank pumpkin beer. I love it. And Yana got me another pumpkin beer and a pumpkin donut.
Sure did.
And I dipped it.
I got my girl.
And that was a really wonderful experience for people who like pumpkin. Recommended.
By Claire Book Club.
Anyway, so we hope you're enjoying the holiday season.
So funny, we think people are going to stalk us.
I know, they're not. It's fine. They're like, what? But listen, I have a huge ass list. If you want more, just email us at
mybfbookclub@gmail.com.
or you can send us a DM at
mybfbookclub
on
TikTok
and
Instagram.
Good job. As always, friends, we're still trying to grow our pod. We're still newbies in the pod community. So follow us on your favorite podcast streaming platforms.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Share us with somebody who wants
Laugh
to be in
at
a
our
book
videos
club.
on social media.
Our videos are
like
getting
them.
funnier.
Share them if you love them.
We've got a good one coming.
Oh, I can't wait.
And tap that 5-star like it's Millie getting out of this house.
It's you liking our podcast.
Anyway.
Keep on reading.
Bye.